say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rodgers to throw once more. Looking deep for Julio. And it's a Packers touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
2nd and 10. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I have to imagine many a defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter. When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That'll be complete to Dobbins. But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Runs over him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action, it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jok3rr Alexander, and this one will be brought back to the 22. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 20-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. On the move to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
That is definitely what we call our defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his right. And this is caught, it's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway, as he'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. Dobbins.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 13.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Jones.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get this down to the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try again with Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Open man is Duvernay. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Jackson on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Again, Jackson. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Throwing, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And there's a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down.
Jackson to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go, D. Get up the field. Kill. Check 59, Mike. Report. 59.
Now Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches, decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the 1st down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch them napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays